YouTubers, Mike Martins here with the Mike Martins channel. I got some people that are going to go around doing, like Anon said he's going to do some housing in Sydney, driving around and taking some images or videos uploaded to his channel. Hopefully he gets this message. He said he promised he would do it for us for Trends in the Housing Market on Wednesday night, which is tomorrow night my time. So yeah, I gave you guys a little tour of my little town. There's more to see. There's like more avenues of like businesses and stuff. You know, the Panago Pizza here, the drugstore, the Hall of Fame, all these places, cool little nifty places here in town. Of course, the banking, the lodge. There's a lodge there for the people that are part of that cult or whatever you call that. Yeah, it's business as usual here. But my concern is what's happening in the United States, especially in Canada too, how they're basically borrowing to stimulate our economies. Our debt load, the debt load of the country is just phenomenal, and it's growing over. I think it's unpayable back. It's it's unable to be paid back. That's the problem. But another problem is how the entire futures, especially in countries like Canada and Australia and the UK, we opened up our housing markets to a lot of foreign investors. So we're out the country's debt that we have to cover because foreign investors won't be paying for our, you know, our borrowings, or what we're borrowing to fund these crazy projects that I don't know why these governments are doing this to us, why they're basically enslaving our next couple of generations. Right now it's so out of control. So they take money out to fund the economy, but then to grow our GDP, oh, it looks great, but at what cost? And that's not what we're not looking at the cost. The cost of pursuit of happiness, what it's going to cost our kids and grandkids. You know? Am I concerned? Severely. Why? I have children. I got another baby coming in 4 weeks, 3 weeks and a half, 4 weeks. I am super excited. Another daughter on her way to take care of daddy when daddy gets old. You know, that's what my wife said. You got a daughter now to take care of you when you get old, because that's the culture, her culture, my wife's culture, right? You got another daughter coming, take care of you when you get old. So that's what it's about, you know, helping and kind of helping each other out. I'm really concerned of government spending. Canada, Australia, United States. I mean, I feel sorry for people that have a final tie to the Commonwealth. I have my Portuguese citizenship, and I give that to my kids. And my wife is a Filipina. So, like, worst case scenario, I don't mind living on a little fishing island where my wife is from. My wife's from a little fishing island, right? And she spends, her grandparents are there today, and her mom, everybody lives there. Her whole family lives there, and if the fishing island is evolved, it's like it's got amenities. It doesn't have an airport, but it has everything but an airport, right? It's got malls, it's got shopping centers, it's got, you know, there's a bit of everything on the island, right? And my wife keeps talking about it. You know, she has her land there. I might do a whole series, you know, about this whole, you know, kind of leaving the Anglo-English-American Empire. The Portuguese Empire was crushed in the early to late 70s because our government, Salazar, refused to join the World Bank. So we got a lot of people like, oh, Portugal's such a poor country. Why? Why Portugal's such a poor country? One, because it didn't participate it barely did anything during World War I and World War II, and the country was never destabilized. Why is it a poor country? It's because they were sanctioned to death. They were threatened war many times by the U.S. that if they didn't build an American base on the Azores Islands, where I'm from, that they would threaten war. And we talk about that in the Portuguese culture. We talk about this stuff all the time. how we were destabilized, how we lost all our colonies in Africa, but they were expansions of Portugal because we spent hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in building infrastructure, highways, airports, and schools, libraries, and creating an economy. And because all these countries refused to join the World Bank, we were labeled as these massacres in Africa, comparing us to the French that were just raping and pillaging Africa, comparing us to the English that were signing unfair treaties to the African countries. The Portuguese did their thing, and that's why when you go to Angola today, a lot of people say, I'm a Portuguese, even though they live in Africa. It's because a lot of people consider themselves to be Portuguese. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's scary, you know? How when certain countries don't want to go with the status quo, look what's happening today with Venezuela. It's the same thing. And I'm really scared, you know? I'm scared about the government expenditures. And what are these governments going to do? You know, look what Rome did. It fell. It fell to its invaders, but now we can't fall to our invaders or because we have nuclear weapons, right? Another problem is we can't fall to our invaders because we're bringing them in through migration. Anyways, guys, don't forget to join me Wednesday night for Trends in the Housing Market and Saturday night on my backup channel for Mike in the Night. We're trying to keep it as PG as possible so I don't get my butt shut down. Sick and tired of getting copyright strikes on my stuff when I'm not doing anything wrong. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below. I'd like to know. And yeah, and thanks for hitting me up in the tip jar, people. It really helps a lot, you know. It helps a lot to fund this. I spent a lot of my, like, people, oh, Mike, you own your own house. Wait, no, it's the 40, 50, 60 hours a week I put on, you know, invest in this, you know, and getting the word out and doing the right thing, and it's tough, you know. It's a tough nut to crack, you know. That's why a lot of people aren't doing YouTube, because they've been so they just lost, they're not encouraged anymore to do it, you know. Walking Journey's been talking about quitting here and there, you know. I haven't talked about quitting yet, because, you know, I still believe in what I do. I still believe in the cause. I still believe in doing the right thing. Yeah. Anyways, guys, lots of love. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below.